Hello and welcome to What's on the Tape, where I take 40-year-old ZX Spectrum tapes, you know those ones we made as a kid, and attempt to load and play them today. Okay, so we have two this week. We have a W.H. Smith's one. I think this is one of the later day ones because it's just black and white, so the printing's just black and white. So yeah, 15 C15 ZX Spectrum something. Look at that, low digits. Star Strike, 3D Star Strike. That's an amazing game. Oliver Frey cover for that one. Oliver Frey, if you know who Oliver Frey is, did a lot of stuff for the Crash magazine back in the day. It was kind of his art that was the major art that was on the front of it. And you remember the sort of face of the sort of gamer with sort of specks on his eyes with sort of Space Invaders and a joystick. Do you remember those ones? Yeah, you do. And on the other side, we've got Danger Mouse in Double Trouble. There's quite a few Danger Mouse games back in the day. But that was what's his name? Oh, I should know it. David Jason, who played Del Boy. David Jason was the voice of Danger Mouse. And Baron Greenback, I think, as well. Or maybe he wasn't. But anyway, so we got those ones, but I thought we'd go all. You might think this is going to be quite short, but this is a C20, so that's 10 minutes each side, rather than the C15, which is 7.5 minutes. It says there. So this is 10 minutes each side. Somebody's absolutely stuffed it full. We have, and he says, moving out the way, stuffed it full of all kinds. We've got Chess, the Turk. We've got Bowls. We've got Scatterbrain. Never played that one. Combat Zone. I have a feeling that's going to be a variation on the tank game from. We got some nasty. What? Nasties in the bottom of there. That was. I'm not sure what that was. I feel like I may have to wash my hands. But yes, that's going to be a sort of tank game, I reckon. Mr. Wimpy, we know that one. That's the sort of Burger Time sort of clone with a weird starting bit. And Glass. I don't think I've ever played Glass before, but I have a feeling it has a spaceship flying towards the sort of breaking through some glass. The letter's called Glass, and they're breaking through it. But anyway, without further ado, he says, pushing it back in there like that. Without further ado, let's get one of these into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite, which is Basic and Load It. I don't think Double Trouble from Danger Mouse Double Trouble actually came on a 128k format. It came in quite a decent sized box from memory. I think it was like a sort of double sized clam shell of sorts. So there's plasticated, big black plasticated shells that they came in back in the day. I think I've got it somewhere. There was quite a few. The thing about Danger Mouse was quite a few games. It was a very popular cartoon back in the day. Was it 5 minutes long, maybe? With as I say, David Jason as the main sort of voice of Danger Mouse himself. I'm sure he did voiced everything else as well. I think he voiced Penfold and all the other characters. They're all that sort of super agent. He was. Danger Mouse was a super agent working for old Blighty. And he sort of Baron von Greenback was the frog enemy, or Toad. Was he Toad? Was he a toad or a frog? I can't remember. I can't remember whether it was a toad or a frog. But anyway, he was the big bad guy. He was the Dr. Evil of his time, and he was there to sort of stop Danger Mouse or Danger Mouse was there to stop his evil plans. And he usually had lasers as well. He's probably if you think Michael Myers as is Michael Myers? Michael Myers? Oh, I can't remember his name. You know the one who played Austin Powers. It's that kind of thing, isn't it? It's that kind of sort of variation on the whole thing. Bit sort of 007, of course, with 007 and was it Dr. No and there's several bad guys. Nowadays they're just called billionaires, but they're exactly the same thing. Look at them, evilly taking all our monies. But anyway, where's Danger Mouse during all of this, huh? I mean, I know where Penfold is. I think he's in number 10, isn't he? Sorry, that was a bit political, but anyway. But the point was, he was there. He lived. He was in a post box as well. That's where he lived. That was his. It was his sort of address. He was on. I don't know what street he lived on, but he definitely had a postcode. Not postcode, post box, and he used to have a flying car. We might actually see it here. And I'm guessing Creative Sparks had all the licenses for it. I quite like Creative Sparks. They created one of my favourite games I used to play with my friend. And I still think, and by the way, I had my coffee in my hand there, but I've got so much to talk about, so I thought we'll get to it in a second. But Creative Sparks created, is it St. Cribbins, which is the hospital drama. It's actually quite good, that one. I like that one. I can't remember anything about it, I just remember the graphics being quite nice, because it's like hospital beds and people on crutches. And then of course, Desert Burner, which is also one of my favourites. Me and my friend used to play for loads and loads of Desert Burner. It was just so simple but playable. You know, you accelerate, decelerate, and then you've got a jump and a laser, and you just had to jump gaps or cars and shoot at planes as they flew over and avoid bombs and all this kind of stuff. It was actually harder than it sounds, but it was quite a good game. I think it's on the channel. It may be where I had terrible audio and didn't realise that my audio was that awful. It was when I used to record with the same thing and not overlay the audio like I do nowadays. So I kind of record audio separately to video and then overlay the two things and try and get the volumes right. It's a bit of a fine. It's a bit of a fine art to be able to actually get the sounds correct for it. But yeah, I was always a big fan of Danger Mouse. I used to like Danger Mouse. I feel like Danger Mouse is a character that needs resurrection. He needs. He probably has been. But they did it with Thundercats, didn't they? They resurrected Thundercats a couple of times. They're now doing a new He-Man movie. I posted about He-Man and Power Master on my sort of community. If you've had a little look, you'll see it on my community there. I posted about He-Man, but there's a new He-Man movie coming. I'm not entirely sure what I think of that realistically. The thing about He-Man was it was entirely generated by Mattel, isn't it? It's Mattel who owns He-Man, I think it is. Well, it was Hasbro. Can't remember. One of those two, anyway. One of those big toy manufacturers. Because, I mean, it's really weird, but I'll get to it in a second. I've got something to mention about Mattel, but anyway. But basically, they created a bunch of sort of muscular men and women and, sort of battle cats as well, you know, and weird, wonderful things. But they created all these characters, and then they created a cartoon to sell them, and that's effectively what it was for. It was there to sort of sell it, and the way it sold it was it did a little story. You know, Skeletor was usually naughty. He-Man had to kick his bum. Usually some elements of friendship, and at the end of it, there'll be a moral to the story. You know, and then they would say, you know, at the end of it all, that's right, kids, don't take sweeties from men with skeleton-style faces, and that would be the sort of ending story for it. You would get something like that. There would be a moral to the story. They did the same with She-Ra when they decided that they would tackle the female contingent rather than the male contingent. They would do that, and she had Hordak. I mean, it's been remade. It's been remade on Netflix and many other places. And to be fair, they built it just to sell toys. Perfect. I mean that's exactly what that's pure American sort of capitalism at work. Well, let's make some toys, let's make a cartoon, and let's just flog it like that. But they are making a movie, a new live-action movie. Now, if you remember, the last live-action movie had Dolph Lundgren in the role of He-Man himself, and I never liked it. I hated it. The thing about Dolph Lundgren, I love Dolph Lundgren. There are a few movies where I like Dolph Lundgren. I like him in Universal Soldier. He's really good in the first one. He's very menacing in the very first Universal Soldier. But he's crap. He really is. He's on actor level. He plays Dolph Lundgren. He's one of those. You know, that's his entire sort of motus. You know, I am Dolph Lundgren, and he. But the thing is, he's done all kinds of things, and I feel like it's worth noting here that Dolph Lundgren actually is. I think he's a qualified. I think something like architect or something similar, or civil engineer. And he has an IQ of about 158, which puts him in genius category, by the way. I mean, the man could have done anything but went into acting, which kind of also says genius as well, because he's been in lots of things, and he's been relatively successful, but can you imagine if he'd actually been an architect right now? We'd have the Stallone's Tower or something like that. but it's just one of those weird things, isn't it? But yeah, I do think that particular 80s version, which we then got a few bits and pieces from. I don't know how to play this one, so we're going to see in a second. I love the fact that we've got Penfold down the bottom here in the bottom right hand corner. With things flying at him, a mad duck flying right at him. It looks like Duckula, doesn't it? I don't know how we play this though. Was there a button to play, or is this? Hang on. Right. Okay. I don't want to see the. Yeah. Okay. We're getting a demo. I'm gonna have a drink of coffee while we look at the demo. What are we meant to do? Jump over the blooming double trouble? Oh, we've got to jump on its head. Wow. This looks really bad. There's Baron von Greenback at the top corner with his little caterpillar pet that chases you. He's got a caterpillar. And there's... we're at least getting to see all the levels here, people. All the levels are appearing. We've got them all. We can see them all. Can we skip the demo, please? Do I press 1 for keyboard? Come on, out the demo, please. I'm waiting for the demo to finish. Demo time. Running out of time. There we go. Right, okay, we're keyboard. Top agents only. 1 for keyboard. I've got pressed it, but that doesn't mean anything. 0 for easy game. What are the keys? This is always the one that gets us. How's it? What are the keys? I've got manual selector. Ejector selector. Aha! Up. Down. Yes. Yeah. Ah, right. We got. You see the. So we got. Yep. And we're automatically selecting. I go up and down then. Anyway. Yeah, we're killing them now with the music. The tug of war's going my way in the middle of the screen now. It's good when you're not a very good. Yeah, got that one. I've got the auto selector on here. I want the manual. I want the auto selector. He's winning this. Hang on. How do I change the selector? There's a selector. Ooh, heck. Oh, we're on the automatic again. Right. Okay, that's good. So we're going to start winning again. Yeah. Get him. Yeah, it auto selects at the bottom what we're shooting at, which is cool. We're kind of beating Greenback. Put the auto selector back on again, please. What was the button for that? I don't know where the button is for changing it. Manual selector. That I'm getting. What the heck is going on? Hang on, I think I've chosen the right thing now. Aha, I've got it. I know what the selector button. I know what the left and right is. I think. Oh no, I don't. Thought I knew what it was. Oh, hang on. I might do. What's the button for moving? I'm back on automatic. Right, we're good. Right, I can do automatic. Yeah, I can do automatic. Automatic's good. I don't know how far we've got to go though. Oh, the distance is there to the jungle. Look. Oh, we're landing. We're there. I still don't know what keys are. I have no idea. Jungle. The jungle. Right, okay, let's see if we can find left and right now. What is left and right? Come on, Penfold. Ah, I've got him. Right, let's jump. I fell in there. Okay. I've got to jump on a crocodile. Oh, I'll keep doing it badly here. Right, okay. Now. No. Right. Oh, I've landed on his head, which is no good. This is not good. This is not good at all. We're through. Right. We've got to jump the big cat. It throws you backwards if it hits you. What are we meant to do here? The android. What the heck's going on? Oh, right, okay. This is now where we're meant to push some buttons. I don't know what we're doing. There's like a double trouble. There's like a duplicate of myself. What is going on? This is a weird game. I don't know what you're meant to do there. Does anybody know what you're meant to do there? No idea. Am I like playing some kind of weird sort of... I don't know what's going on. I like the animations, though. They're very nice. The animations are very nice. I have got this, as I say. There are several, several of these games out there. We kind of seem to be playing some kind of weird game of Connect 4 or Noughts and Crosses. Ah. Oh, right, okay. The little... okay. I seem to be... Aha. Freezing the thing that moves around. So there's like a little one over the left-hand side there. It's moving up and down. And I can seem to freeze it and unfreeze it. I don't know what that means. I'm losing against Baron von Greenback, though. No, it makes no sense at all. Right, I'm moving on because do you know what? I'll be here all day trying to work that one out. Can't work that one out. Anybody know how to play Double Trouble? No, it's Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse. He's amazing. My missus is singing as we go. I went past. Sung Danger Mouse. Sung Danger Mouse back. I love it. What we got now? Oh, I can't remember. It was something, wasn't it? It was just... I got excited there. I've coughed down the microphone, sorry. What we got? Star Strike, 3D Star Strike. Okay. Think Star Wars. Think the assault on the Death Star itself. If it'll load. Think that sort of assault, but think about it done better than the Don Mack sort of release of Star Wars, which was good, by the way. Don't get me wrong, it was very good, but this was better. I know that's a big statement to make, but this I think was better. In my opinion, this is a better sort of Star Wars style. This is not going well. Let's see if we can find it on PlayZX. Let's find it on PlayZX. I think this is a better sort of Star Wars clone type thing than the other one. I think so. Let's have a little look. See if I can find it on PlayZX. If you want to know how to use PlayZX or find PlayZX, there's a video in the description below, and there's some details on where to find PlayZX. PlayZX is a way to play back tapes on your on a mobile device of some sort. So I don't know whether we want to if you've got something that's got a 3.5-inch mil jack and you've got a tape converter, you can play it off that. So it's real-time games. I have a feeling strangely in my head, I get these feelings sometimes. I should really spend more time thinking about them. But I get these feelings sometimes that this still exists, or the company that involved in this still exists. I think in some way they are there. Like Ultimate Play the Game, of course, is Rare nowadays, which is owned by Microsoft, and I see that Microsoft has let's after 38 years. 38 years. Can you believe that Phil Spencer's been at Microsoft and Xbox for 38 years? That's a long time. I don't think he was there the whole of that time. He can't have been, Can't remember him back in the beginning of it all. But he's been there anyway. He's leaving. He's decided to retire, probably with millions of our pounds. Those people who invested in the Xbox back in the day. But yeah, there you go, Oliver Frey. Look, there we go. This is the actual. This is the. If Oliver could have painted this, it would have been glorious. But there you go, Oliver and his sort of cover. It's amazing. But anyway, yeah, he's away, Mr. Spencer. I don't even know where I got to with that, to be honest with you. But I think like Rare is absorbed by Microsoft after spending quite a long time with Nintendo. Do you not think that was one of those worst moves? I know a lot of it's financially driven, but the older I get, the less I'm not. I just need enough, not millions and millions and millions. So as you get a little bit older, you just think about, it's time that's more important to you, isn't it? So, but anyway, the point is that move from Rare from the original sort of Ultimate Play the Game to becoming Rare, then selling to becoming part of Nintendo, and then moving to Microsoft. And you know what? We haven't seen a lot from them since they've been at Microsoft, have we? It's there. It's a studio that's there. It's a studio that has history and pedigree, and we're not seeing a lot from it. And let's be honest, a good chunk of their middle bit of Rare's sort of career or existence was running with Nintendo-only IP. So we're talking Donkey Kong Country and things like that. So they can't really bring that to Microsoft. I mean, they're responsible for the little Wii characters that you have, which are basically the same as Nintendo's, which are Mii's, aren't they? And they've got their version of it, the little motion ones. I don't know if they still exist. I don't think they will do. They're probably not cool enough nowadays for gamers to have those characters in the whole thing. But we didn't need them initially either. We just had that blade system on the old Xbox 360. It was all the blades that you moved across if you had a 360 back in the day. I noticed, though, there's a lot of jailbreaking for the Xbox 360 going on at the moment. It's bound to happen ultimately. I mean, it came out in 2005. We're now 21 years later. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like 21 years. If you were there and bought one back in the early days of it, that's how long ago it was when they came out. For me, when I bought mine, I've been a bit of a hopping around with things. There was a point where I was Commodore and Amiga and sort of Mega Drive and the Sega Mega Drive and the Nintendo sort of SNES system, and then it became a PC thing. So I was PC for quite a chunk of time. There was quite a chunk of time that was PC, but then the cost of video cards and the cost of hardware was starting to accelerate. These are the days of the early Voodoo cards. Do you remember Voodoo? Very expensive now if you want to find a Voodoo card. But the early days of sort of 3D and other things, I had sort of dallied. And my wife's adding something here from League of Gentlemen. Oh, Creme Brulee from the League of Gentlemen had Voodoo Lady. Anyway, right. But the point was they became quite expensive. I did stop off for the PlayStation 1 in between, had that, got a PlayStation 2. But by this point, I'd really gone back into PC gaming again. So I was doing like PC gaming. This is sort of when did the PlayStation 2 come out? I feel like it was. I feel in my head it was like 99, 98. Oh God, yeah, long time before that. My wife's adding dates here and saying 2000s. No, the Xbox was in the 2000s. PlayStation 2, 1999. I'm pretty sure it's 1999 because the Xbox 360. Yeah, that was a different thing. I was on PlayStation 1 then. Oh yeah, that was 95. 95. 96 I got it, but 95 we had, yeah. So we're having a conversation here. Sorry about this. Would you feel free to join in? But yeah, 90. We're discussing when I got things. But basically, I then stopped off with PCs again for a bit, and then sort of skipped. There was a break between the PlayStation. So about 6 year break between sort of 99 to 2005 when I got an Xbox 360, and I got that because I had better graphics, and it was easier to pay for things on there than it was to have a PC. How things have changed in the last 10 years, between Xbox and PlayStation 4. It's all changed. You want to go back to being a PC owner because it's cheaper in the long run. Anyway, one for keyboard. I think I know what the keys are for this. I'm going to go with easy. Yes. That's it. So you got the TIE Fighters. You do the run in. You can shoot the bullets down, just like you did on Star Wars. I love the TIE Fighters in this. It's so quick in comparison, though. You've got shields and lasers. I've maxed out my laser. You've got to let them sort of relax every so often. Let's shoot our way into it. A little run with our ship. I'm just shooting bullets down, by the way, to avoid the shields getting damaged. It centers to the middle of the screen as well. So, got ya. Look at those. Look at those vector graphics. Initiate our run, so we go across the surface now. Blow up some of these. Get towers later on the next level. There we go. Shoot some of these down while avoiding them. It's brilliant, isn't it? Look at those graphics. Oh, the Spectrum at its best. Showing some of the speed it had. The wireframe graphics, just perfect. Vector graphics. Amazing. Look at it go. Making our run across the surface here. Trying to do as much damage as we can to the top of the Death Star now. To the catwalks. I'll avoid these barriers. Shoot some nodes off for extra points. Alright, let's do this. And then we get to the final bit. We have to shoot the bits before we get into the engine. I'm trying to stay sort of centered because I know what's going to happen here. I always get this wrong, and then we do badly. Here we go. Come on. That's it. Destroy the reactors. Here we go. And shoot down the middle. We've done it. We've destroyed it. The reactor sequence is done. It goes red. Those things. That's not a moon. There we go. And then we jump to the next one because there's endless numbers of Death Stars. It's so cool. It's so playable. It's a good choice this week. I really want. The reason I chose Double Trouble because I wanted to try Double Trouble because it'd been ages since I've sort of played a sort of Danger Mouse game. Plus, I get to sing Danger Mouse. It's amazing. But I wanted to play those. But this is one of the best. I don't think it ever got a big release. I don't think it got. I think it got 2 re-releases at least. One with Firebird, of course, and then shoot 15 tops for extra points. So they're the tops. There's one. There's one. There's 2. Got re-release definitely with Firebird though, and I got one with somebody else. Can't remember who else gave it a re-release. Ah, yes, I can. $2.99 they were called. So there was a $2.90. Whoa! Crashed into it. $2.99 range of games. They also re-released one of my favourite games, which is called 3D Tanks, which I'm hoping I'm going to be playing similar game later because we've got Combat Zone with the whole thing. Let's go for it. Oh, look at that! I don't know how many tops to go. 3. It says in the centre of the screen. 3 to go. 2. Got it. That's the tops done. Extra bonus points for doing the tops. There we go. We're on the catwalks now. Because I'm a model, if you know what I mean.
I'll do my little turn on the catwalk. May have heard that song far too many times. You're all scratching your head because you have no idea what the song is. I guarantee you all do. Went into the 90s there, I think, with that. Go on then. What we in 1999 before or 2000? Do you remember what console or system you were playing on? What was it? What was your system choice then? As I said, mine was PC at that point. I think I missed it. Yes, I did. No, I got it. Just. It's gone boom again. Yeah, mine was PC at that point in time, and it was Age of Empires was the big one. Age of Empires and Diablo. Those are the two games. Go on, you tell me what you were playing, because I actually want to know what you were all playing in 99, 2000. Some of my favourite games, though, when we talk about sort of the next sort of generation, where I returned to sort of console gaming, as in the Xbox 360, the days when Microsoft were still naughty because they really wanted all your money, but it didn't feel so corporate. It felt like it was actually run by gamers, you know. But one of my favourite sort of games then was sort of a sort of a grindhouse style. Sort of Yakuza sort of fighting sort of the game was called Wet of all things. That was the game. It was very stylized about movement and sort of fighting. It's kind of a bit sort of a bit sort of with the sort of slow motion things going on. It was kind of cool. It really was. Female protagonist with two guns, rolling around and bouncing off walls and things like that. I really quite like that one. I don't think it ever got a re-release anywhere else, which is kind of a reason why I'm happy that... I mean, I've still got it, because I've still got my... I learned... I hate to say this. I learned, after all these years, I learned by the Xbox 360 that you don't get rid of anything. You keep all of your games collection, because someday you're going to nostalgically think, I wish I'd still had that, instead of having to rebuy it over the years, which I've had to do. Oh, we didn't get the extra bonus there, missed the tops. I think it gives you bonus shields, possibly. There we go, diving through. Da-da-da. Up and down, big wall. Another wall. Crashed into that wall, crashed into that wall. We got shields. I'm honestly, I'm crashing into everything. I was thinking back as well about sort of, you know, what you did back in the so it must have been the time of the Nintendo and, you know, Mario and obviously Duck Hunt that came with the system, but it was back in those sort of days, the NES days. I remember. I've done it again. I've killed another one. Doing really well here. The NES sort of days, and I remember. Yeah, to be fair, we've seen it. We've looped around here. Let's move on to the next tape. I think it's time to move on. But I remember the sort of days of going to Boots, and Boots had a demo system set up, and used to go upstairs and sort of play on the demo system. It was kind of cool. But I also remember they also had a very large sort of Star Wars figure section, and you used to be able to go along, and they were all sort of hanging from those are the days when there was lots of them hanging, not just one or two, but like whole collections of Star Wars figures that were actually hanging there. I remember them sort of being in the back of my Boots. My Boots still exists, the one that I used to go to as a kid. It doesn't probably have half as many customers now. It probably very much sort of one of those. I don't know how Boots survives, really. I suppose it's I guess it must be the medication that they provide. They're more of a dispensary nowadays than somewhere where you'd get different sort of things from, you know. But what's this? Oh, this is combat zone. We're on the wrong side of the tape. I didn't realise that. Okay, let's do load code. Oh, okay. I don't think I've played combat zone before. If I have, it'll be way back in time. I always wanted to do an account on the number of times the game had appeared. I mean, I used to joke with Meth Productions, I think it's in the comments below. I used to joke that sort of Trashman was the game that always appeared. We like had thousands of Trashman back in the day, and we did. For some reason, there was lots and lots of Trashman, and you don't see very much Trashman recently. There's definitely less of it around here than there was. But superb game and a fantastic game. They have, you know, yeah, you just don't see it anymore. It doesn't seem to appear on What's on the Tape nowadays. I don't know what. I'm trying to work out whether this is going to be Atlantis. It hasn't appeared yet. Or Arctic. It's Arctic. 1983. Wow. It's a rather cool loading picture, though. Somebody's made a real effort with that. Quite like that. However, it does look like it's a bit broken up. Do we think this is going to load? I recognise the name of the person, though. Isn't he the guy who goes on to make games for Ocean? John Rittman. Don't know. I just feel like that's the name. Somebody in the comments will tell me about that, I'm sure. Right, time for a bit of coffee. Let's do a bit of coffee. I needed that after taking on the entire universe. Just like Luke Skywalker. I feel like I could take on the whole universe, he said to Biggs, didn't he? That's what he said. And destroyed the Death Star without using the targeting computer. Use the Force, Luke, said Obi-Wan. Right. What's the keys? I need keys. Turn to face the enemy. Okay. I think I've got it. I'm facing... Where's the enemy? Right, okay. Space is fire. Oh, he's there. Look, his tank. Bit of isometrics going on today. Oh, he's moved. Oh, yes, so-and-so. How do I get faster, though? Oh, no, he's turning. Oh, he's moved. He's moved. Yo, you're so-and-so. Fire! Fire! I'm not working out how to move forward backwards though. I'm just loitering here. This is armed. Hang on. Oh, we're in trouble now. He's going to reverse away, isn't he? I've died just as I was about to shoot him. Enemy left. So I went right. Enemy left. Enemy left. Oh, he's moved. He's moved. He's moved. I'm obviously reloading. Bit of requirement here in the old adjusting. I don't know how to move forward though. This is what's really annoying me. How do I move forward? I got to move forward. Come on. I'm armed again. Come on. I might get him. Tell me I got him. Yeah, I got one. Right, I still can't work out how to move forward though. Or reverse. But I can rotate. Alright, let's wait for him to... Oh, he's moving, he's moving. He's trying to manoeuvre himself. Oh no, he's moved. I'm not armed. Come on, arm me. Let's do it. I think I've got him. Oh, I've missed. Oh, I'm dead because I can't move. Yeah, I can't move because I can't work out how to move forward. Armed. Enemy left. So I went right again. And just wait for him to position himself so he can't move. He's rotating, he's rotating, he's rotating, he's rotating, he's rotating, rotating. Boom. Come on. Yeah, got him. Anyway, right, I've got 2 of them now. The heck is that? I think I got it. Yeah, I did. I got it. I got that one. That's impressive, considering I don't know how to move forward. He's positioning himself. He just reverses straight away. Maneuverability of tanks seems to be very high. Oh, he's rotating. He's rotating. Now, just so he can't get his shot away. Go on, hit him. Here we go, we're armed. I should have shot behind him there because he's going to reverse, bound to reverse. He's positioning himself again. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. No, I'm in trouble. I've got 1 life left. I don't, this is going to go, it's going badly so far. No, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. That's quite good, actually. I'd forgotten how good that was. That's a great game. It's not quite as good as Tanks, or 3D Tanks. I prefer that one, but anyway. Let's see what we've got here now next. So, we have... Let's see what's on this tape. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Wimpy. Right, so this is based on this is early sort of branding in computer games. This is Wimpy as in the store. Still exists to this day. I tell the story every time. It was a franchise. The offer from a franchise from Burger King was better than the one from Wimpy. So overnight they swapped all the Wimpies effectively to Burger Kings for the most part and shut quite a few. So there was like one franchise owner who owned most of the Wimpies in the United Kingdom. A South African company actually. And they closed them all sort of overnight because they got a better offer from Burger King. So a lot of Wimpies nowadays that you go to are actually what Burger Kings you go nowadays were previously Wimpies. The Wimpy still exists. I actually went to one not that long ago, to be honest, last year. It was kind of a treat to go to a Wimpy. I've not been to a Wimpy and been served before for so long. It's really weird, kind of going back to that whole thing. Was it any good? It was so-so. I wouldn't, after going back to one, I wouldn't write home about it and say it was the greatest sort of experience I have had. Would I go again? Yeah, probably, because there's a nostalgia there. But as I say, not the greatest experience I could have had. It was okay. It was like most. I mean, the milkshakes was nice, actually. To be fair, milkshakes were nice. It was pretty average. I mean, if you really want a more sort of I don't know. I guess a better experience in a burger place with a possibly slightly higher quality, you're probably better to go something like Five Guys. It's probably the way to go if you want to do that kind of thing. So slightly better than better than Wimpy, but Wimpy wasn't bad. It's better than the other sort of usual sort of. Burger joints or whatever else is. I think it's pretty good in that sense. But was it worth the special trip? No, but I didn't go on a special trip. I happened to be there, and there was a Wimpy, so it was kind of a bit of nostalgia. Let's just go a Wimpy because we're there. So it's all right. But just nostalgic more than anything else. I should have taken. I didn't know there was one there because I would have taken my Spectrum game with me and stuck it on the thing and taken some photos with it because it would have been cool. Somebody would have loved that. I'm sure the staff would have been right up for that if I brought my Wimpy sort of thing. But yeah, I could have brought my Mr. Wimpy with me. This is strange though. This is the art of cloning without cloning. Realistically, is Mr. Wimpy. So if you want to clone a game, i.e. in this case Burger Time, what you do is you put a starting level on it so it doesn't look like it's the same game. So there's like a weird starting level on this where you have to collect the ingredients before you can just go onto the mode you want to be on, which is the Mr. Wimpy Burger Time section of it. There is actually a Burger King game as well. I don't think I've got that one, but there is a Burger King game, just out of interest. If you needed it in your life, possibly, maybe. I suppose nowadays kids would look this, and I mean, he's a beef eater, isn't he? That's what he was, I think. He's certainly got medals. He has to be some military expert of some sort. He's great at dropping burgers on people. But oh, here we go. I don't know where I was going with that. I've forgotten entirely. Literally forgotten where I was going with that. I'm just going to drink some more coffee and maybe refocus for a second. That was lovely. Yes, love coffee. Right, number 1. What are the keys? That'll be left and right. What's up and down? That's up and down. Oh, you bloody bug thing. You die when you go in the hole as well. That's the worst bit. So I've got this. I've got to go over here, avoid the bloody holes and that creature. I've got to go over here, fill up my tray with some cheese. Or beef burger or patty or whatever it is. Oh, sugar. And then I've got to go over here and get the next part, which is definitely a patty. Oh, you are kidding. Now I have to go back and get another tray because Mr. Bug thing there. I assume he's a sort of I guess a stomach bug maybe. I don't know. He's something. Oh, sugar. Jesus. Oh my God. What are you doing, creature? I don't know where I'm going. Get in there. Right, okay. And then we got to get the other one. Oh. These bits of the game really annoy me because they just don't make sense. Why the hell am I collecting cheese like this? What am I running across a level avoiding a bug and holes for? Why? Why are we doing these things? Right, okay. Stupid level. Right, so now we got to run over these and drop them into the drop the burger bits down. I think it's L to fire. Yeah, there's like a button to fire pepper. It's L. I've just fired too much pepper already, and it freezes them basically. So yeah, it freezes them, and then oh bums, and then you basically can that's killed him. Good. And then you're basically making burgers. I actually quite like Burger Time. I think it's quite a good game. It's a nice looking arcade game. Simple concept. And then you've made the burgers. And then you're on to making more Wimpy burgers. This is exactly how they make it, by the way. Their chefs are specialists in stomping your burger, personally. Stomping your burgers. Yeah, they won't go down there, I think, if I remember rightly. Yeah, they won't climb all the way down the ladder. Oh, crazy egg. Yeah, they're specialists in stomping your burger. Oh, God, get away. No. Oh, sugar. Right, killed it. Yeah, they're specialists in this. It's a bit like working with wine. If you work with wine, you'll know that that is stomped on by human feet. That's how they make wine. I don't know whether they still stomp on it with human feet. You just don't know. So that's Mr. Wimpy in a nutshell. I'm just going to move on because we've all seen Mr. Wimpy before. It's classic game. It's maybe nowadays though they probably do a more violent version of it. You know, like they've done like Popeye the Sailor Man, which is it's a horror movie, and they've done Screamboat Willie, which is Steamboat Willie, but it's a horror movie. It's actually quite good. It's stupid. It's full of CGI, but I quite like it. I've even seen Popeye the Sailor. The Popeye the Killer Man or something like that. It's not quite Sailor Man, but basically I've seen that one too. I quite like that one as well. It's silly. So they're all a bit weird nowadays now that they're doing this. Oh, that's right. We're on to oh, this is a weird one then. Why is that not that's searching? That sounds like it should be loading though. Just rewound that a bit. So these were kind of clever, these ones, if they were by Yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything, though. Right, I think we're going to have to look this one up. Those were quite clever back in the day, these particular ones. Ooh, dear, this tape is disgusting. Another sticky bit on it. Ugh. Yucky, yucky, yucky. Right, but these are quite clever back in the day because they sort of what's it called? Firebird. I'd invented this sort of loading methodology. It was really slow. I'll be honest. Games loaded with the Firebird sort of approach were really, really slow. But they had this sort of by module, and you could actually rewind. If a module failed, you could rewind it a little bit, and it would load again, so you wouldn't lose the whole load, which is kind of cool for the Spectrum, but at the same time, really, 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 really sort of glass. Oh no, it's not. It's Blue Bytes. Oh, sorry, no. Bug Bytes re-released it. Quicksilver original game. Ooh. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go with this one. This is Quicksilver. I don't remember this game at all. Don't know it. If I have got it, it's the wrong version. But Firebird, as I was saying before, had this wonderful sort of loading methodology that allowed it to sort of be fast forward and rewound if a module failed. And to be fair, if you look back at some of the other episodes of What's on the Tape, and by the way, there are lots that you can watch. It doesn't matter what order. Any order. If you've been here, if you've been on this, been on the channel before, or you're new to the channel, you'll know that you can watch them in any order. And to be fair, they're all completely riotous because they're all. It may load, it may not load. That's the whole point of the whole thing. It loads sometimes, doesn't load. But I try and get everything to appear for us so that we can see what the game's like. But yeah, this is the sort of methodology. So you basically it takes ages to load because of the nature of the sort of loader. But yeah, look at this, loading part 2, so there's a bit loading now. It's really weird. It's a really weird loader. It's like in chunks. But it does allow for rewinding. And we have seen it on other episodes. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'm sure you can find one. There's plenty of them. Just start at the beginning and watch them all. It'll only take you, about 2.5 weeks maybe a little longer, month. Actually, I think I'm maybe underestimating that. It may take you about 3 months to watch it all. Possibly. There's probably that much content there at this point. It's they've all the episodes beyond the first season are all half an hour to 3.5 hours long, depending on what my mood at the time or the tape I was doing. I think I did a 90-minute tape once for 3.5 hours. Actually, it was more like 4 hours. But it was a monster of a tape, and it was great, and I enjoyed it. It was an epic episode. In fact, if you search the word epic, you'll be able to find it on my channel. Go find that one. Enjoy that one. It's a long one. I managed to talk all the way through it. As you can imagine, I don't think anything changed really there. I do like a bit of talking. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't mind talking to myself. I find it quite got a sort of pleasant experience. I quite like talking to you. It's very nice. It's nice to see you. Hello, my friends. Wonderful peoples. So I have no idea what this is doing, by the way. It's just loading in chunks, but there's nothing on the side of the screen. I can just hear it loading. At least it's loading and no, we're not searching. So I suppose that's a good thing. I don't know the game, though. It's cool, though. I like the bottom of it already because there's obviously a spectrum at the bottom, look. It's not spelt spectrum, but it's definitely a spectrum, I reckon, at the bottom of the whole thing. I kind of liking that. Kind of liking that a lot. What else have we got to go on this tape, just out of interest? Because I can't comment on glass because I can't remember what it is. We've got some chess. We like a bit of chess. We've got some bowls. I have no idea. Well, I know what bowls is. But is it lawn bowls, and bowls, or is it the actual, bowling as in American bowling? The thing where you put 3 fingers in holes. You know the one. Bowling bowls. Yeah. So I don't know if it's that one or the one where you polish it in your shirt or whatever you do. And then we've got Scatterbrain, and I don't know Scatterbrain. Don't know Scatterbrain. I feel like I want to know what Scatterbrain is, but I don't know it. I don't know it. Don't know it. It's not one I know. I quite like that combat zone though. I have a feeling I've got it. I think it's got a sort of coloured-in three-dimensional tank in the front of it. Somebody sent me years ago because I'm a big fan of it. Somebody sent me 3D tank drill from real-time software. It's beautiful. It's got silvery inlay. With the sort of shooting forward in that sort of old school movies thing, you know, where the letters sort of flew forward, leaving a trail behind them of the letters as they hit the screen, and in the centre, embossed in silver again on the black background, is a 3D tank in its sort of a vector graphic style, but obviously filled in properly, so there's none of the stuff at the back. Right, okay, what's the keys? No idea. Let's just have a good guess. Let's see if anything flies across the bottom of the screen. I'm hoping it does. Paul Hargreaves. I feel like he is well known for his developing of his games. I feel that's a person we may have run into before. Right, let's rewind that tape while we're at it. Let's just do 0 to start. Leaving base now. Okay, we're leaving base. We're landing. Yes. What the hell's that? Well, I know the keys. I can shoot. I'm shooting. I've shot it. Oh, it's reflecting off the glass. It's reflecting off the glass. I've just realised that's what it's doing. That's quite nice. Reflections back in the day of the Spectrum. Oh, God. Now we're in a psychedelic section. Oh, I've got to avoid these. Got to avoid the posts. I'm liking the mirroring effect, though. Somebody with the glass that we're floating across. I guess the whole planet is glass. That's what we're avoiding. We're just making it. I don't know if I'm meant to be doing it. I can't fire anymore. I'm going even faster. I've got to survive for the time. I think the time's the big thing here. Time at the bottom corner screen there. Bottom left-hand corner is the time. I think we've got to survive the time. And then we get to the next stage. So just keep an eye. Because you keep an eye on the time. I'll keep an eye on the road. Ah! Oh, God. Shield, shield, shield. We're into the next section. We're beaming between places. I quite like the psychedelic feel here. Okay, what are we doing now? Space Invaders. Got him. Right, where's the next one? Alert. Left. There he is. Got to shoot him. Oh, I kind of like it. I like the sort of. You know what I'm a big fan of? Experimental. I've always been a fan of experimental and the specky and things of those dates. You know, the 80s and all, and the early 90s. There's a lot of experimental. It's kind of cool. Experimental is cool. I think this is all there is to it. You know, though. I think we do a zoom through there, then we do a shooting section. So this will be. Oh, hang on. Oh no, another shooty dudes. Shoot the dudes, shoot the dudes. They are hurting me though. My shield's gone. I've lost one life. I think my lives are frogs, by the way, in the bottom left-hand corner there. They look like little frogs. There's still some left. I'm sure there's some crazy story attached to this. There always was back in the day. Well, I'll say there always was. There's some games that are just arcade. And then there were some games where you had to say you were some kind of crazy story attached to it. Kind of like this. Ah! Reminds me of 3D Death Chase. Brilliant game. One of the best on the Spectrum. For its style. Simplicity was key there. Flying through the forest, avoiding trees, in this case, and avoiding very large pillars as we work our way through the level. Kind of like it. I think that Mr. Hargreaves is responsible for Scumbag, I think it was called, which is a game that appeared on the Bulldog range. Pretty sure that's the same person. Somebody will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. Pretty sure it's the same guy. Wow. Mad. I like it. Simple. Once you realise that you know, I've got nukes as well. What's a nuke? How do I fire a nuke? Oh. Don't know. I don't know how to fire a nuke, but we got nukes. I felt the need to fire a nuke. Right, okay, let's move on. Let's see what else is on this tape. To be fair, we know what's on this tape. We've got chess. We got some chess, some Turk chess. The test Turk. I don't understand why there was. I mean, I don't understand why there was loads of chess games. I know why there was lots of board game conversions. It was the time that you did those kind of conversions. But I just don't understand this one, because this was also released on the Sinclair range, along with the chess, the original chess, which is kind of cool, by the way. I've got loads of those. Everybody's got loads of chess. It came with part of that. Hang on. 1982. Yeah, that just went so slowly. We have to rewind it. Here we go. Yeah, that went so slowly we have to rewind it. Anyway, I don't know why this one was a specifically different one. No idea. Was this a chess master of some sort who had a nickname of the Turk? I don't know. I mean, assume it's Turkish. It stands for. But was that, or is it a different version of chess? Did they play a different variation of chess? Isn't there some kind of game called Go as well? It's similar to chess but extremely difficult to master. I don't know. Yeah. But it was one that was released on the Sinclair brand. Yet there were several chess games that were all in those larger cardboard clams that Scrabble came in, and the ever classic and extremely rare Maker Chip, the game that all young boys aspire to actually have. That's how we got our big break in electronics with the sort of Maker Chip kind of games. I never learned anything really from it. Actually, to be fair, I lie. I learned about gates, as in the types of gates, nans and nors, and OR gates and gates and that kind of stuff. I kind of learnt some of that stuff, but I think that was about all I learnt from it. I did actually buy it. I separately bought it. I was a rubber key Spectrum owner, so I was quite jealous of the 48K owners who got the pack that came with it, which included Maker Chip and it also had chess, I believe. It had horoscope skiing, it had checkered flag. I think they got Scrabble with it as well. There was a decent bundle with it. I think that was only to combat Amstrad, because they were doing a bundle as well in their own right. But I always felt quite jealous of their sort of their thing. So when I found Maker Chip in a bargain bin, I actually bought Maker Chip and collected and kept it, and so I don't begrudge Maker Trip at all. I think I mean, it was one of those games. It was educational bits of software that I kind of went, yeah, all right, I get it. Didn't do very much, but it did teach you something. So I actually used to load that one. And I used to go through the tutorials. I quite liked it. I might be a bit odd for liking that, but I did. I also had Survivor, because I remember Survivor. That was also part of that bundle, I believe. Survivor was a game that a lot of people, was an educational thing about living as an eagle or a fly and trying to live as long as you could, which is just basically about eating and mating and sleeping. Effectively, that's all it was about. So the key things in life, like the rabbits and foxes on the Horizon tape itself, which is also cool, very cool indeed. And honestly, there's some great stuff back in the day. This is you miss it for the fact that there's lots of stuff nowadays. But it's very cool. It's very cool, dude. Just looking at my shelves, actually. I'm just looking at what I've got on the shelves. I've got loads of stuff that I've got to hit you with. Honestly, there's years and years and years of stuff. I mean, we may have to keep going for another at least 30 years. So 2056. At the moment is the possible end date for all content, but I don't know. We'll see how we go. I'm hoping we can keep it going a bit longer than that, but you never know. By then it won't be YouTube though; it'll be like 3D or something like that. To be fair, I'll be honest, we're so far behind technologically here because of the infection that is not necessarily sort of copyright, but the lack of everybody wanting to own those tiny little parts and all those things that would help mankind go forward. I'm actually telling you now, we should have had flying cars in 2015. At least automated ones that drove for us, but no, because nobody wants to share their technology. It's all about who can make money from it first. But of course, if you all shared it, it would be better for mankind or humankind or the whole planet as a whole. But we don't do that kind of stuff. So we basically there was so many more things we could do, so many more exciting things. Oh, the old black and white colour television one. Yes, it's a colour telly. Let's do a new game. Does this one talk? I wonder if this talks. I'm going to assume it's level 1 is... I'll do the white side because then it'll be faster to start. Right, let's do E2 to E4. There you go. We've moved. Yeah, that's basically it. Let's do G1 to F3. I'm putting that pawn under attack. Can't remember where I'm going to be here. There's a way to finish it in so many quick moves, isn't there? I think we need to do... Yeah, you need to do F something to whatever else it is. I can't remember the exact moves here. So I've got to do like bishop to... so bishop F1 to C4. Yeah, he's trying to do the same move to me, basically. And then I've got to go move the horsey from F3, the old knight, to G5, I believe it is. And what's he going to do to block this? Queen's going to take it because I've got it wrong. I've done the wrong move. There's a way to do this anyway. I'm not even going to go into it. Yeah, quit. We'll quit. The Turk wins. There we go. We're playing against the Turk. There we go. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Let's move on. I want to play some bowls. How about you? Are you ready to play some shiny balls? Some bowls. Shiny bowls. Or shiny balls. One or two. So, Yeah, no idea whether it's bowls or whether it's bowling. Bowls. It was a great movie with that. Remember Black Ball? You ever see Black Ball? Johnny Vegas in it, and whatever he's called, Dennis, whatever his name was. Where he was into lawn bowls. He was like world champion. He was playing the young and hungry ones who were like 70 years old. It was kind of cool. Silly, but cool. Back in the 2000s, I think that movie came out. When Johnny Vegas was doing movies. If you remember it. Okay. Who's this by? Lotus Soft. Okay. Don't know this one at all. Spectrum Bowls. A lovely picture of a man there. An old man stooping with his flat cap on to dispatch a lawn bowl with ferocity. Putting on the old backspin. Get the angle on there. Played a bit of lawn bowls. Quite like, to be fair, when if you're doing it while drinking, it tends to be quite a good thing. I don't, obviously, I'm not condoning getting overly silly, but to be fair, drinking and bowls is quite nice on a summer's day. There's nothing wrong with it. Done a bit of that. Been in some competitions, just friendly sort of team competitions. But it was all right. Bit silly. Just use the house bowls, of course. They're the easiest way to do it. I've no idea. I don't even know how this is going to play. Let's see how it works. Match bowls, first to 10 or first to competition. So let's do M for match because we're not going to do 21. Do I want instructions? Yes, I do. You're at the mat. There's the mat. The computer will place the jack. You may choose your colour. Yellow? 1. The number of shots you've left is printed at the base of the screen. Cool. Use the cursor keys to set the direction and press 0 to go right, and after 8 to go right, 5 to go left. Enter to lock the direction, and then the weight of the bowl and B to bowl it. Right, okay. No. Bowls! This is bowls, man. End 1. Jack has been placed. I think it's just the cursor keys. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to lock it. How much weight do I want? You don't want to knock it in the gutter, by the way. The gutter's the magenta around the outside. Knock it in the gutter, you're in trouble. So you want to be as close to the jack as possible with your bowl. So that's the point. So you bowl and close as you can. I am going to go with a 15 to see what a 15 does. And beat a bowl. That was very short. So we're talking 30 to get there. So I've now blocked it a little bit. Space to enlarge. Graphical representation. Right, okay. Computer's turn. Or is it my turn? Blue's turn. All right. Oh, it's two humans, whether you like it or not. 30. Oh no, it's too high. 30. Beat a bowl. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's in the gutter. It's in the gutter. 30 was too hard. So it's maybe 25 we need. 25. So it's in the gutter. Dead area. Doesn't count when it's in the gutter. Well, it does count actually when it's in the gutter. I forgot that. If there's nothing left, it does count. Okay, let me just put a little bit on here. Let's put a weight of 25 on here. Let's push the button. Let's beat the bowl. Let's bowl. Stop. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful bowl. Let's enlarge this now. Oh, it looks close. It's close. It's close. Now we need to do some disruption here. If we're the other player, we need to disrupt this. We need to give that 26 in a second. 26. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna bowl. Look at this. There's a little bit turn on there. Why has nobody made a full computer game of bowls back in the day? We've knocked that one out of the way. Beautiful. We're closer now. Oh, it looks good. Look at that. Blue is closer. Blue is closer. They're going to be the winner. Of course, there's no score yet because we haven't finished bowling our bowls. Let us be gentle here. Let's do a 27. See if we can bowl it out of the way. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Pushed it out of the way. Look, we're now close again. There'll be a blue close by. Yeah, I like it. Graphical representation. They're right on top of each other there, that blue one and the... let's see if we can go the other way. Let's see if we can go around this way. Let's give it a 28, a bit more power. See if we can whack them out of the way. Here we go. It's coming round. It's coming round. She's coming round. She's coming round. Look at this. He's got some backspin on it. Knock those ones out of the way. Right on the jack. Right on the jack. Touching it. Look at that. It's beautiful. Quite like this. I need to find a copy now. I don't think this is my collection. Bowls. It's not bad, actually. I'll be honest, I was expecting it to be worse. It's actually very playable indeed. But I think we need to move on. But, yeah, that was really playable. And, of course, it's basic as well. So, no, we can't list it on the screen. There's something reason why we can't. Anyway, let's do new. And loaded it for that final game of this episode. Let's see what we got. Can't remember what it was. Oh, this is the one, Scatterbrain. This is the one we didn't know what he was. We hadn't seen before. But yeah, let's have a little look at this one. Quick question for you while I've got you on the running up to the last game here. Are you finding the length just about right, or do you want them to be longer? Are they is it between an hour and a half about right for you, or do you need a 2-hour event? And I mean, do you have a long drive that you need to use it as a podcast for? That's just a question, just a thought. They seem to be about the right length for me actually recording, but I just kind of wanted to know whether or not they were right for you. Oh, Manasoft. Game loading, please wait. Oh, it did a whole lot of stuff there while it was doing it on the screen. That was kind of cool. Scatterbrain. Try to think what would be in a grid like that. And it's as I said before, there was a lot of board games that were actually changed to the ZX Spectrum back in the day. It was kind of the logical change, wasn't it? So we did start having electronic games, and there was other bits and pieces that were sort of appearing at this time. But genuinely, the gold standard for gaming or having fun with games was board games at home. I mean, even that bowls game there, to some extent, was something you played with your friends without actually playing it, on the yeah. Actually, to be fair though, I mean, there must be a bowls game out there. I mean, there'll be tons and tons of bowling games out there, but the bowls itself, I don't think I've ever seen a bowls game before. That's probably the first time it's ever appeared on a What's on the Tape, that's for sure. I can think it's there. But this helps me with my, if I don't know about you, but helps me with my sort of games that I'm looking to collect, and if I see them, I tend to pick them up. I'm like, yes, that game I need. I played it on What's on the Tape. That is one that needs to be on my sort of collection of games. So I kind of use it as a method to choose my next sort of purchases as I go along. I haven't seen, from this point of view though, that almost every single game we've played thus far, even Glass. I think I have a copy of Glass. I'm pretty sure I've got the Quicksilver version of it. I've got the chess Turk. I've got Combat Zone. I have got Mr. Wimpy. I haven't got Scatterbrain, I don't think. And I don't think I've got Bowls. Problem with me is sometimes buy bundles and I don't know what's in them, which is a bit annoying realistically. I don't know about you, but sometimes you buy a bundle because you want a single game in the bundle or a couple of games in the bundle. I do that quite frequently, and it's naughty because I really don't need all the rest of the stuff that's in there, and I just buy this dirty grey bundle of bits and pieces. So first hour tape error of the evening, or the day, or the morning, or the afternoon. Let's see if we can find Scatterbrain on PlayZX, and we'll give that a load from there. Load it. Let's find Scatterbrain. Let's go for it. Scatterbrain. I'm finding Scatterbrain. No Scatterbrain. Oh, this is one of them games where we're not going to find it, are we? Oh, no. Oh, this is not good. This is not here. Let's keep reducing letters to see if we can find a final game to play. That sounds fun. Scalesman Must Die. I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting. Let's do that. I'm sorry we don't get Scatterbrain. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on with it. This is a 2007 game, this one. Scalesman Must Die. I have no idea what this is. 2007? It could be anything. ZX Spectrum games at the best. A little bit of homebrew finish. Do you know? I think what worries me most about homebrew is I buy homebrew and release games probably from Chronosoft most frequently, occasionally Northern Games who run their operations from Facebook, but that's the problem. Once they've been released and there's the consistency of Chronosoft's been around a long time. Keep using them if you use them, but the consistency here isn't here. It isn't solid. There are games that have disappeared, and it's interesting to see people who used to be producers and product producers. Some of their games go for lots and lots of money now because the runs were very, very limited. We're talking 15 or 16 tapes, not a lot in the long run. And it just seems a bit. It is a shame that they disappear it disappears off the face of the earth so quickly. Right. Don't know what this will be like. I have no idea what it's about. Is it Spanish? Possibly. It's a quick load, so that doesn't mean much. Version 0.99. Scalesman Must Die. I don't know who Scalesman Man is. Now I need to Google it so we see find out who Scalesman is. A Scalesman. A salesman. Thinking. Don't think. A Scalesman Must Die. We had that wonderful game from Chris. Was Chris? Oh, something Coldwell. Chris Coldwell. No, Death of the Salesman. No, we're not getting very far with this. Let's type the word ZX Spectrum at the beginning of it. See if we get anything with that. Nope. Nothing. Not a single thing here. Okay. Start game. I have no idea what this is. It doesn't want to start. Pushing every key on the keyboard. That's not starting. I have no idea what this is. This is a bit of a mystery. Oh, that went well, didn't it? Let's have one more. Let's see if we got something else. What we got here? What else we got? Let's have a quick one. We've got Scooby-Doo on here and all kinds of stuff. That's how far I had to go back, realistically. Let's find something quick to load. I'm trying to see if I can find something that's more modern, actually, just out of interest. See if there's a modern one to finish with. That's a classic. That's a classic. It was Scuba Dive there. Was a classic. There is Scumball here, though. Do you know I was talking about that writer before? I wonder. Let's give that one a blast. We might as well. Let's do that one. Let's do like one last. Let's do one last one. We'll do this one. So this is the one I was thinking of. I called it Scumbag earlier. It's actually Scumball. I'm pretty sure this is this Hargreaves fella, but I might be wrong. It feels like it could be. It's got that kind of intensity of colours. It's a game that I've played on the channel before. It has a rather nice sort of title screen. It's quite busy. It's quite late in the day for the Spectrum. It's pretty clever. The idea is that there's a creature living in the Nil by mouth. It probably isn't the right guy then. But anyway, this creature living in the sewers, and you're a little robot that has to basically stop them. So that there is the creature itself. Mastertronic release. I was having a look around at Mastertronic games recently. I'm the thing I like most, I think, about Mastertronic games is that it's definitely not the right person because it's totally different Peter. But anyway, I like about Mastertronic games is the covers were really nice. You know when they did the grid pattern on them, and they had the grid sort of pattern in a little corner where it was the colour of the particular game. I kind of like those. I've got to admit I like them, but I hadn't realised that for the Commodore 16. Which is a very sort of very a sort of computer that didn't get that much love. It was very unloved realistically because it was out at the same time as the Commodore 64, and it made no sense realistically to release another Commodore. I think it was is it Jack Trammell? It was the chap, and I think he was leaving at the time to go to Atari. So this was his idea, his creation. It was created afterwards, and it's like in between 16K version of a computer. Probably with a different kind of, but definitely had a different kind of palette. I kind of like the look of that. But one of the things that I saw for it was Mr. Punyverse. So instead of Mr. Universe, it's Mr. Punyverse. I kind of like the cover on that one. It's kind of a cool cover, sort of cartoonized, and it was a very puny-looking man being handed an award. I don't know what the game was like, but it just looked really cool. But they have quite a lot of sub-games within Mastertronic's range for the Commodore 16 that don't sort of appear on anything else, and because Mastertronic, they did invest in the covers. The covers were a thing, you know. They were quality covers from Finders Keepers to Non-Terraqueous, which by the way is the most fantastic name for a game. Soul of a Robot. All of these things all had really lovely covers. Apollo, I think it was 14. Which had a lovely cover, was beautifully designed. Beautiful. I mean, that artwork, wherever that artwork is, oh my god, it's good. It's beautiful stuff. It's really fantastic stuff. But Mr. Punyverse just caught my eye the other day. I thought it was really cool. I really like that. There is some great covers out there for Mastertronic, and you know, okay, they changed a little bit. I'm not sure I like the style so much with the MAD stuff. You know, when they did the Mastertronic Added Dimension, as it's called, MAD for short. They did some other stuff there, and they had things like where the 128K 8K is massive in the front of nighttime, and I don't like it. I don't like it that much. I don't think it fits. It's a bit like I still don't to this day think that the original design for the Evercade stuff that's been out for a while now, for like the last 6 years as Evercade's been out for since the old lockdown of 2020. You probably haven't forgot about that for a while, or heard about it for a while. But the point is that their covers aren't the best. You know, I think they could have done better first time round, set a standard that they could have used forever, and kept the sort of the bindings the same. It just annoys me a little bit. It's one of my little pet hates with the whole thing's pet peeve. It's pet peeve with you know, the Firebird games going from the cover on the front and the grey packaging and the white label, as it's called, packaging, which has got a picture of the screen, the name of it, and the specific down. When they changed it to the more, you know, the prettier, more exciting covers, and they did a new one for Booty, it never felt right for me. I don't know about you, but the Booty, which was re-released, never felt like the right Booty for me. It was good, but I'm glad I got the original one, because that original one with the cover on the front, the screenshot, I'm pretty sure it was a level that was quite magenta-y in colours. I can't remember exactly what it was. I mean, even Mr. Freeze. I don't think Mr. Freeze got a re-release, though. Nobody seemed to like Mr. Freeze. I did. I thought Mr. Freeze was really good. But the point was that the you know, those games were you know, the cover changes. For me, I've got all the white label. I've got a complete set of white labels. It's not particularly difficult to do. You can get most games. The most expensive ones are probably 20 quid, 30 quid, you know, as of today's numbers. Not expensive. You can get a full complete set. It's fairly easy to get a full complete set of the Virgin games. The left, right, jump, report, space. Lovely. It's fairly easy to get a whole set of the Virgin games, you know, the pink and the blue ones. They're fairly easy to get hold of. You can get most of the Silverbird ones as well. They're pretty easy to get hold of. I think the hardest ones there, the Rebel Star games. There was the Rebel Stars amongst that. So they're pretty hard. For report. Alright, that's last report on the level. Poor as a summary. Okay, let's play Scumball. Let's press S to start. I like this because it looks nice. So I'm recharging. I'm a little robot. There we are. Centre of screen. Got quite a good little jump. I've got a fire. So you've dropped into the sewers, and you have to find grenades and bombs, I think it is, to deal with the... There's some bonus points. Yeah, you got to do something in there. I can't remember what you do with that. But we're trying to find... There's one. You try to find bombs for to destroy the big queen herself. There's some life. We'll take the life. There's something else I collected there. Don't know what it is, but I like the graphics on this. I think it looks really good. It's a budget title. There is tons of new old stock out there of it. They overproduced the whole thing, if that makes sense. Oh, damn, that thing kills you straight away. Wasn't expecting that. Sugar, get out of my way. Wow, that thing destroyed me. That thing destroyed me. Absolutely destroyed me. Ice. Lasers. That's more laser. That's more energy. Don't need that right now. There she is. So I've thrown my first grenade at her. See how a grenade was thrown straight at her? That's what I'm meant to be destroying, that thing there. And it's a sort of a... You need to map it. It's one of those things where you have to get your old map going with the spectrum, the old, sort of map the levels. But as I say, there's loads of new old stock of this one. This is one of those games that sadly really... I don't think it's overlooked. I mean, I think people who got it were probably very impressed by it. I think we can go up on them. No, we can't. I thought we could. Yeah, I think people who got it were very impressed with it. I played it before. I think it's pretty good. I think it plays really well. You have been beaten. You are beaten. It has beaten me. And then you get report. Rougher report. Tells me how bad it was. Fair summary. I got a fair summary from it, but it's quite good game. But as I say, Bulldog title, but Dr. Destructo also on the Bulldog title, fantastic game, really, really good. I don't even know if I played it on the channel. I should do. If I haven't played it, I should have done. Definitely played it on the Amstrad CPC, where it's one of the best sort of budget titles that's available on it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Look around the channel, see what you can see. If you want more, what's on the tape? There's more there. There's loads of stuff there. In fact, there's loads of retro on the channels. Loads and loads of indie titles, and there's plenty of driving if you want to see that, because I do a little bit of truck driving as well. Anyway, I've been your host, RealGenericDemon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye now.